how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed.
Welcome to Emancipated Studio. Welcome my uncle, Uncle Stu, the old man on the block.
Salute, 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 salute. I welcome the other favorite auntie in the house. That is TJ Randolph. Salute to you, intentional millionaire. And we already going to say that there's going to be a whole lot of people that's probably still over there with TLA. And I quite understand it, being that we had a situation. So I'm just going to act like I got 500 people in this chat and keep it moving. We're not going to be up long because I have another engagement that I have to be a part of around 8:30. So at least if people catch the replay, they'll be able to catch all this information. So first off, in the community tab, we made sure that we put up some information dealing with the Unfiltered Network. So you'll find where you can be able to tag into the Unfiltered Network and be able to support them. If you're not aware, the Unfiltered Network was taken down. Only details we have is that a troll came into their live, flashed some pornographic material, and next thing you know, the whole stream was not only just taken down, but the entire platform was taken down. So they're trying to do everything in their power to get it back up and running now. So let's try to do all that we can, because there's so much that we need to know and learn from this situation. So it is something that we're all learning how to do, how to back up our stuff, how to handle trolls. And then we're going to definitely, on this platform, we're going to make it mandatory that everybody cam up. There's only going to be 3 people that I'm going to allow not to cam up, and that's because we know who they are. Outside of that, I don't know everybody. So everybody else is going to have to cam up. This week, I'm going to tell you, the team has been working. TJ, I'm going to let this out the bag now. Number 1, this week, we're going to have Millennial Mark TV on the 7th. We got Security Boss coming through that Thursday. And we got basically an all-star January lineup. So everybody is a star to me. So there's no one higher or lower. But starting in January, Uncle Stu's Nook, where I'm going to be doing the first book reading on the Book of Obsidian. And you can see the intro video of that on my platform now. And as they would say, drum roll, please. We're going to have Obsidian himself will be coming through January 10th, which is 2 days after the book reading, to sit down with Uncle Stu. We're going to learn more about Obsidian. We're going to learn about his role in the manosphere, and we're going to be able to talk about his book. So make sure you come through. Then we got a woman by the name of Shalakemia. In one of my videos, I use Shalakemia's voiceover and videos to do it. The title of that is called The Woman Before Kevin Samuels. So you come through and hear this amazing young woman's voice as she begins to talk about her past, her present. And if you want to talk about a woman that's been defending African Americans for over 6 years, and a woman that, believe it or not, got me out of the red pill rage, come here, Miss Shalakemia. We also have Black Men Unfiltered coming through on the 17th. We also have Suzanne Speaks coming through on the 19th. And hopefully, because of some scheduling, we're going to reschedule Nathan Daniel, who is the officer, who will be coming through. So we definitely have an all-star lineup and good people that can give us knowledge, wisdom, and more so, a little bit of them. And I'm going to just shout it out now. TJ, be about, you'll be getting an email soon to hang out with Uncle Stu on his platform. Also, we're also getting ready to set up 2 major platforms, and we're going to deal with a question that is what I call the elephant in the room. Men have talked about it. Women may have talked about it, but we have not talked about it as a collective. And it is one that I am pushing Brown Eyes to actually come up and talk about. And what is that topic? Should men date women with children? Brown Eyes and I had a deep conversation on that topic. And I will admit that conversation, we was on the opposite sides. But she said some things and brought some information to me that I personally never saw. So TJ, I would love for you to be on that panel because it's a deep conversation and I think it's one to be had. And the way I would like to do that panel is I want to hear from women, different generations, who may be single mothers, and really get a look and an understanding of what it's going to sound like. How do women feel? How do you feel? So if you know any woman that was a single parent that wants to talk about that issue, please shoot me an email. I don't know if I can always get Brown Eyes to cam up, but I think she gave an awesome understanding, and I will definitely try to repeat her understanding, and it needs to be said and it needs to be heard. So, I think it needs to be talked out, but I want to do it with women first and have a panel discussion dealing with women. And then I want to have a panel discussion dealing with men. And then I want us to have a panel discussion on an action as far as women and children, because I think there are many different facets to this conversation, many different areas of this conversation. And so I want to have that conversation. Now, what I am going to do, because like I said, it's not going to be a long live, I'm going to drop the link. Come on and join me. Give me some of your thoughts, your views, your opinions, suggestions, motivations, anything. So this is going to really be an open discussion for you to talk with Uncle Stu and say whatever you need to say, whether you want to talk about what I said, whether you want to suggest anything, or you may want to quickly talk about what's going on in these YouTube streets with Lapeef Network. So it is definitely open discussion for anybody to talk to me. I will definitely be streaming all the way up into about 8:25. So if you want to come up, talk, say anything, let me know. So I dropped the link in the chat for you to want to come up. Salute to you, Bernard. Salute, salute, sir. Salute to you. She stole my thunder. All right, am I to assume nobody wants to come up? Or is this thing just taking forever for anybody that want to come up? She stole my thunder because I know who you are. You can come up without turning on your camera. So if you want to come up, she stole my thunder. It's usually going to be you, Bernard, OG Patrice, and we ain't signing itch. Y'all the make it four that I know your icons. So again, I'm gonna drop the link. And like I said, if anybody doesn't want to come up right now, that is the basic information I have for everybody. Salute, salute to you.
Hello, hello. How are you, sir?
Doing well. You did a beautiful job on my daughter's banner. I loved it.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. I was like, especially for the past couple of weeks, I have to admit that it's been very difficult for me to find motivation and really get that work done. So I'm glad that she appreciates it and enjoys it. And
Yes,
yeah.
she did. She did. She was here. She's still here, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
She's at our in-laws' family's house. But yeah, we saw it, and we're gonna try to launch her in January.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I heard that she wanted to get back into it, and I was glad to see that she wants to get back into it because as difficult as YouTube can be, it's well worth the investment. Especially she, like yourself, has a lot of good content, good potential content there that would be of interest for people to take the time to listen to and hear her perspective and her views, her personality, and yeah, definitely kind of person that I would definitely like to listen to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, ironically, she started her YouTube channel years before I even thought about going into YouTube. So she was really the first boots on the ground, and then she worked with me to get this one off the ground. So it kind of gave her that, hey, let me get back out here again and
Yeah.
really put in the work.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's kind of like me where I've had mine since 2013, I want to say 2014, something like that. But for
Right.
me, I've never, like for me, it was always that way to put like all my video content. I never really looked at YouTube as a business or as a money making tool. But then over the years, of course, it took off, and now there are lots of people like TLA that are making $20,000-$30,000 a month or whatever it is,
Right.
and it's crazy how, if you ask me when I started my channel, could you make money out of this? I would have laughed in your face and said, no way. Come on. How are you going to make money out of these videos, right? You're here posting about your experiences in your life. How are you going to make money out of that? Who's going to pay anybody to watch my videos where I'm teaching them French? You know what I mean? It's not something that I would have fathomed. But now, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, we're paying the cable companies to watch these ridiculous, I'm sure there's shows that you're like, wait, did they put how much money into making this into a TV show? And it's like, now it makes perfect sense that, yeah, you know what, I would be willing to sit down and watch somebody like yourself, or Lash's journey, for instance, as well, that has her show where she's showing about her life and her smoothies and, or her experience in real estate. It's like, yeah, that this makes sense, and even if I don't pay for it, it's still enjoyable content. It's still fun to watch.
Absolutely. What's going on, Sir Bernard?
How you doing, sir? How's everybody? How you doing? She stole my thunder. Good day to you.
I'm doing well, and you?
Good. Hello to everybody. I just came up here real quick after watching Lead Attorney, and I had text you. I'm sure you saw it, Uncle Stu.
Mm-hmm.
And I text you the solution. I don't know if you agreed with it, but I can't, because she's the tech person. I was like, what Kevin Samuels came up there and said, I think is very vital. And if nobody does it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna learn YouTube system. There's nothing else to talk about, because just like She Stole My Thunder just said, it's a entirely different game from when she started in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
It's in, for somebody like her, she's pretty much an OG in it, and salute to her for paving the way for people to start to get paid for it. So we salute you, sister. But it's like Kevin said, it's so different from 2013. As soon as he said you have to learn the system, that's how he's able to escape it and learn about the analytics. That's somebody with tech savvy that you need to know. And that's why I totally text you and Intention a Millionaire, say, hey, she's the answer. And I said, I will happily get with her and, get like Kevin told them, get behind the scenes and let's learn these analytics. Let's learn how the algorithms are changing every month. It's not every year. It's not every 6 months. It's like Kevin said, you need to know the rules of YouTube and the game, because just like She Stole My Thunder, like she's getting bigger. She's gotten bigger through the years, and so are we. So it's just like everybody was saying earlier. Okay, yeah, you got 500, maybe 1,000, subs, but after that 5,000, 10,000 mark, you have to start screening. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, we have to protect what we are building, and just like me and you and Intentional Millionaire talk, and some others that you have talked to, Jonathan, we're trying to build another network here, just like Lapeef, so we got to protect that now. We got to protect the baby before it's even born, so that's all I pretty much came up to say, to encourage everybody. Of course, all of us that support Lapeef, we got their back, but we don't want it to happen to any of us. And so I'm willing to get with Sister Melissa on that and see if we can come together and do something on the backside, so it won't happen to any of us, because somebody's not going to like what most of us say, and especially with me. I mean, people don't like the truth in the first place, but you already know what
this is not really. This is not really about whether you speaking the truth, because everybody has their own measure of truth and what truth really is. This is really about, do you know the rules? Period.
Yep.
Do you know the rules?
Yep.
And the bottom line is, it's foolish to always say, well, this is about this, or this is about that, you know, is more about, do you know the rules? Do you know the law? You know, and if you know the rules and the law, you know how it works. If you study how things operate, and again, it's all about how big your channel is. I mean, I've been with TLA long enough to see him go from, you know, 5,000 subscribers all the way to where he is now in it within a year. I watched Kevin Samuels go from 50,000 all the way to where he is now. So it's really about learning both the front and the back end of the business. And that's what it's all about. It's just about learning the business and knowing who you bringing up, what kind of conversations you having, and building networks. So and that's it. I mean, I heard what was said, and that's all we could do.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and that's
And
got to learn
Natasha,
that system. Yeah,
yeah, and Natasha, there's two arguments. You're right on one side about having our own, but it took YouTube almost 10 years to get where they at now. So if we build it, it's going to take 10 years before we can get anywhere. So we got to kind of do what we got to do within the space. I don't think anyone really knows what the Fachizi happened. Nobody knows what really happened. We don't know. You got to remember, we're working within a matrix. We're working in a computer system. So we don't know if the computer triggered something and that triggered something, and there was a cascade of triggers that it set off, and now they got to redo those whole triggers and how many people they got to deal with. So I don't want to really go after YouTube and the platform. We just got to figure out what really happened. Then we can kind of get some answers in how to navigate it. So the best that we could do is just let YouTube know that, hey, we want this particular network back up, and maybe they can give us some answers, or maybe this might, give them some YouTube teaching points, like, hey, we're gonna come out with videos to teach y'all what this stuff is really all about, and how to prevent certain things. How do you control a troll? How do you control somebody that come up and may do something? Put on a live, and they're showing some porno. There's certain ways we can't control people. We can do the best we can, but some people are just foolish, and you can't always control foolish people. So it's not a racial thing. This is more about trying to control foolish people, and you can't. It's almost hard to impossible to do that. I don't know what y'all think.
For me, just jumping in, I want to first say welcome everyone on the panel. She Stole My Thunder, Bernard S., and Uncle Stu himself.
Yes, sir.
salute.
But no, I think Bernard and She Stole My Thunder kind of stated is, one is we got to just go back to continue to work our foundation. And our foundation is understanding the business that we're doing. And Kevin said it the best. I think too many times, that wasn't the first time I heard Kevin say that he studied YouTube. Before he got to 1 million subs, back when he did the average at best, he stated that he studied YouTube before he ever got on YouTube.
Right.
And I just think that for everyone, we had to sit down and identify how we're going to work this system, because it's one of those things where how I look at it for me is my process is, okay, we know this happened, but now we just got to identify how can we continue to move the ball forward, but be mindful of the things we can't control.
Right.
So we got to kind of implement some level of safeguards. And one is understanding how YouTube works on the back end. But two is a couple of things we can possibly look at doing as we moving forward. Is one of the things is you know, and nobody talked about it even on PLA's panel tonight, was maybe having a community start a petition where at least YouTube has a 3-strike type of system as it relates to, they do it for pulling down actual videos. So
Yeah.
have that for actually pulling down an actual channel.
Right.
Um,
Right. And that's really what confused me, because it was like, well, wait a minute. They got no warning. You just woke up the next day and your whole channel gone. No explanation, no nothing. I think that's a little bit off.
You know, it's almost just like walking in and getting fired, like the guy said.
Yeah.
Right. But here's the thing though, we can't really complain about that because they might have that written out in the rules. The problem is we don't know the rules to the game we playing.
Exactly.
So how can you
Exactly.
complain about something? They can come back and say, well, we got this stated right here. You didn't sign, you just agreed to it like most people do.
Right.
Exactly.
So and that's what I think when you really, for me, really hearing what, you know, Kevin was kind of speaking to was, we got to start identifying and do like other people do. If we don't know, and you're not going to do the groundwork, the grunt work to read it, then you need to hire an attorney to read it for you.
Right.
You're right. That's really what it boils down to.
That's facts.
And reality, and to tell you the truth, you know, that might have to be what had to happen within the next 2 months. Is just go ahead, pay the attorney $300, $400, $500, and let them break it down, and be able to say, okay, put it down in layman terms. What can and can we do? What we need to look for, and get the proper interpretation, because you know they probably got it written by a lawyer, so we probably need a lawyer's interpretation of what's really being said. What can and can we do?
That's correct.
Yeah, and I believe what you and Intentional Millionaires reach, and the way Kevin sounds, he's gonna be talking to Intentional Millionaire. I mean, talking to lead attorney and all them behind the scenes anyway. So with your reach, Uncle Stu and Intentional Millionaire, reach out to him and say, hey, what did he say, and how do we do this? Because that should be part. I'm sure that'll be part of Lead's, teaching on his new platform that he's gonna come out with in a few weeks. You remember he was telling how to start a YouTube. I'm sure he's gonna change the game now. Like, okay, hold up, let me back up, because everybody learned something today. You learned some rules that you didn't know about, and everybody's still kind of confused. So that means, like Kevin said, and y'all know I ain't coming against y'all, but y'all know, if it just takes me by myself calling them and just getting some stuff, and so I can read it and then give it to lead attorney or take it to an attorney locally, that's what I'm going to do, so we can all be good, because it needs to be learned. And just like Kevin said, yeah, it's boring. That's something you don't want to do, because all of us get a new phone and you slide all the way up and push I agree. You don't read nothing just so you can get your phone working. We do it all the time. And then when the bill comes up or something, they bring it up and you flip out, and then they bring you right back to that thing that you scroll all the way through and push I agree at the bottom just to get your phone working, or to get your license or something, or some software. We do it all the time. So like Kevin said, with this, we have to treat it like a business, which is it is, because money's coming in, or going to be coming in, and already coming in. And so that's, as soon as he said that, my brain just went to a light bulb came on. I said, nope, I got to learn this. I said, I have to learn this for us, or we got to learn this for everybody. But one way or another, within this group that we in right here, we're going to learn it. That's for sure. I'm going to make sure that, even if I learn it for y'all, we're going to learn it. Y'all my brother's keepers, so, and my sister up here too, so that's facts.
Yeah, for sure. And but sort of to touch upon that as well, it's that's the hardest part for anybody. It's to me, when I try to read it as best as I can, but a lot of it, I'll be honest, is very overwhelming to me, is spoken in that like legalese, as it's called, right? Where you're looking at it like, what is this? What are they trying to tell me here?
It's a whole nother language.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like you said, like you guys have said, it's like you almost have to go to a lawyer and spend that money and tell them, like, what are they trying to tell me? And and it's like, intentional minute year said, it's like you almost like feel like, why didn't they just tell me from the get-go, hey, look, we got this complaint, here's why we're taking down your channel. And it's like, to wake up and all of that work is gone. And it's crazy to me, because even though, yeah, you're right, they probably have it somewhere saying that, yeah, you signed it, you have your
Mhm.
quote unquote, you agreed to it, so we don't have to tell you nothing. Because I'm sure somewhere in there they're telling you, at any moment we can take down your channel for any reason, and we don't even have to tell you nothing. And that's what's crazy to me in this whole thing, is that we agree to those terms and services, right? So
Yep.
it's like, it's scary, and it's like, I look at some of my content that, although I know that Uncle Stu would not do that, any moment he could say, you know what, I don't like the fact that she used this clip from my content to do that. He could easily manually strike me if he wanted to. Like, and it's crazy that just because one person got mad or didn't like what I said or whatever the case might be, my channel could potentially be taken down, even temporarily. I have to fight for my channel to come back up. Just like if it happened to Uncle Stu or either one of you two, we're the ones who would have to fight to get our channel back. YouTube isn't gonna be defending us. We have to fight for ourselves. So it goes back to
Right.
what you guys said before. It's like, look, read, understand, understand. And if you have to go to somebody else to explain it to you, because that's probably what I'm gonna be doing, then that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
gonna
and
yeah. Go
oh,
ahead,
go ahead.
brother. Go ahead. No, you good.
No, and I was just gonna add to that. She stole my thunder. Is one of the key things when you think about a business. That's one of the major things as part of the business, having legal representation. See,
Mm-hmm.
because you got to know YouTube is smart. They not gonna do that and not know that all these content creators, if something go wrong, they're gonna try to sue them, and they got a ton of money. So I'm pretty, it's pretty sure that they have that in their contract. It's just that we didn't do our due diligence. And because of our not having our due diligence in order, then this is kind of what happened. This is the result of not doing good due diligence. So I just look at it as what Kevin was saying was, if we're gonna operate this thing like a business, we want the money potential, then we got to do whatever it takes to go understand the contract and the thing we sign up for.
That's correct. And he also said it. It's not that it couldn't be done, but he pretty much said what Uncle Stu said. But I will remind everybody, that man who was running through plays through 100 cities a year, studio is bigger than Warner Brothers now. That dude started doing. Tyler Perry started doing plays. He was waiting tables. So no, it's not gonna happen overnight. But I'm not gonna sit up here and give up and say it can't be done, because Oprah did the same thing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay with 13 for a minute. I'm gonna stay with WVC, whoever she was staying with. Oh, then I'm gonna go buy my own network. I mean, we've seen examples. I know that's on a larger scale, but I think the best scale to look at is probably Tyler Perry, because this dude did it all off of plays. Now, like the one I sent y'all tonight, yeah, that's kind of militant, I know, but I happens to stumble on that one from a whole nother YouTube channel, and I think they're over at the UK anyway. But they have already started their own platform. So I can't say it can't be done. And when I listened to her story, she said it took her 4 years to get that going. That was 4, not 10, and maybe because of technology. But she said it took her 4 years to start her own platform where you can just come up there. And she's like, I just don't want this type of content. I want all types of content. So a lot of people don't even know about her platform. That's why I sent it to you two guys. But I know from what I've seen is more militant. It's more real. It's real strong, right? So, but my point is, it can be done. So, whatever which way we go, one thing that's got to happen before we even start thinking about that, all of us up here, you need to go get a terabyte, go get a hard drive, and back up all your stuff right now.
Oh yeah, I've
Don't even
already.
play with it.
Well,
Don't
that's
even play with it.
I'm in
Yeah,
Just
tech, so that's the first thing you do when you
yeah, oh yeah,
first boot up your
exactly.
laptop.
yeah, done
Exactly.
already.
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah, just go ahead and back everybody that listened to Lapeef tonight. Everybody should be backing their stuff up right now as we speak. It's like
yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
I mean, you've been handed a gift tonight. And like they said, it was a learning lesson. But the rest of us, we've been handed a gift tonight. Go back up your stuff from day one. And be because you kept hearing Anton say, I want my stuff back, even though I got a double backup. He was like, I just want my stuff back up. Because that man's been in the game since like 2010. That's a lot of content. That's a whole lot of content to be losing. But I'm up here just more to support Uncle Stu right now. And that's what's present right now. So the Lapeef thing is right now, but it happened this morning. And the sad thing, like Stole My Thunder said, and even all of us agree, you just wake up to your money gone, like the young man this past summer, they canceled. That dude was doing $60,000 a month. They canceled him. He did something crazy. That dude was doing 60 grand a month. All day.
Yeah.
He was doing 60,000 a month. Okay. Yeah. And they were like, bloop, just like that. Done. Now, here's my point. It's not my fault that he did not talk to an intentional millionaire either. He didn't talk to a person like that while you're making that type of money. So if that did happen, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't be on delete watch, right? so people got, that's another thing I'm always push on my channel is that you start making money, you need to go talk to JT Pocket Watch, or you need to go talk to Intentional Millionaire and people like that are reputable to help you, put your money in the right place to save money on taxes. That's what they do. Go to them. So if this happens to you, this is also another learning lesson. You're really not going to be that scared, but you're going to be okay because you done talk to brothers like that. And so, but Uncle Stu, we are definitely here to support you. I love the conversation. I'm sure I speak for the other brother and sister up here that we love the real conversations. We love that you'd like to talk about the elephant in the room every single time. You always let that dude know, hey, yeah, we know you in the room. And that's what me, you, and Intentional Millionaire always agreed on. We like to talk about the elephant in the room. We're not tiptoeing around it. We walking straight up to that dude. Hey man, look, I know you here. We're gonna deal with this. So I think the smaller thing, content like this that doesn't have thousands, I think this is where it starts. This is the basics. This is the roots. And we can all come together one day as brother and sister, she stole my thunder. Mm-hmm. All of us can just come together and be like, hey, y'all remember? And this is how we keep it tight. I look at it like the Justice League. Hey, everybody got a part to play. Everybody got a part to play. Some people can fly. Some people can see what other people. The Justice League, you know what I'm saying? So, or the X-Men. I'm more of a Marvel person, but anyway. But
come on, you have to be DC. Come on.
Yeah, I'm more of a Marvel. I got crazy Marvel comic books. I told my wife. Now I got two brothers up here. I told my wife, if I go before you, you better sell it to a collector. Do not be getting rid of my comic books.
I hear you.
But anyway, so yeah, I just looked at us, as a team, because just like Chuck D said, move as a team, never move alone, and I always die by that saying, live by that saying, not die, live by that saying. And I just love the conversation that we're having right now on a smaller platform, because this is where it starts. It doesn't always start. It can start at the big one, but to me, this is the roots and the basis of it right here, because each one of us can touch 1,000 people. And the people that's in the chat, just from people that know people that we know people that know people. So that's powerful, and I appreciate you, Uncle Stu.
No problem. Yeah, there's a lot of content that's getting ready to get pushed out. There's a lot of great interviews getting ready to get started, and in the words of Intentional Millionaire, by this time next year, this platform will be at 10K. So
easy. I'm just gonna be able to say I know you, so Hey, look, hold up. She stole my thunder, ain't too far behind. She thinks she's slick. So I'm like, yeah, I was on the platform with her. Yeah, she ain't gonna remember me.
Look. Not only do I have that, I can say I made his first intro. Yay! Right. Look at me.
And it's still in circulation. So
There
It ain't
you
like
go.
it's going anywhere.
Well, I already told them to. She stole my thunder. That them two. I said, well, I'm gonna be coming up to y'all for autographs. They might brush me off, but I don't know. We'll see.
I ain't that big. I'm low key.
Not yet.
I'm low key.
Once he hits 5,000, I know he's dropping me off like he doesn't know me. It's okay. Until then, he's my favorite uncle. It's okay. I don't mind.
I know that's right. The intentional millionaire, he right behind him. He right with him. You see one, you go see the other. So they might just drop us off like, all right, y'all done did good. So look, y'all done did all right.
Exactly. As long as they bring me up a little bit, give me my 1K, and I'm good after that. It's okay. No,
Yeah,
I know Uncle Stu. He's not gonna forget us.
Nah, I'm going for the 10K next year, and then I got some other projects in the works. So, I'm what they call diverse your portfolio.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
That's the way you do it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
good stuff. That's good stuff. If I may ask, because I got on late, what content does She Stole My Thunder do? What do you do, or what is your
I'm gonna
content?
tell you, she does content, but you know what I'm gonna always say her specialty is, and that is something that I've been beating her up about. She is probably, to my knowledge, I think she is one of the most underrated editors that you can find.
Really?
How you gonna give me a big compliment like that and almost make me cry, Uncle Stu? Come on now. Don't do that to me. I don't want to cry right now.
She is probably, and when I say underrated, meaning I've been beating her up, telling her to get some type of way to get money to her. But yeah, we're talking about a woman that is an awesome editor, and I don't know why she's not just opening herself up to that.
And we're talking about video editor. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh.
So let me say this, because I will let me just read, being I got extra people in the chat, I'm just going to re-emphasize the things I said in the beginning. First of all, salute to my homeboy, XDMC. Still in prayer for your healing, sir. Then I got last call for insight, and Zan, the man in the house. Zan said he a Marvel dude. I'm a Marvel dude too. Okay, let me just let y'all know real quickly in the chat. And She Stole My Thunder, we got your channel down so that people can reach out to you. This week we're gonna have Millennial Mark TV coming through Wednesday on the 7th at 7 o'clock. We got the Security Boss coming right after that, and that's going to be a Thursday at 6 o'clock. January, the big lineup. You're going to finally have the first installment of Uncle Stu's Nook, and the first book we're doing is the Book of Obsidian. And then after that, on the 10th, we have Obsidian himself coming through to sit down with Uncle Stu. Then we have Shalakemia, the woman who came before Kevin Samuels. Please, that's also another must watch. Then we got Black Men Unfiltered. We got Suzette Speaks is coming through on the 18th, and we rescheduling Nathan, the police officer, also coming through. Last call, I'm going to give you that. Here you go. That's my Cash App info. So be on the lookout. Plus, I'm going to be dropping some original content. Hopefully, I can get this one thing out by tomorrow. And what I'm going to be getting out, what I'm going to be getting out by tomorrow is video called How You Learning. So you watch out for that, because it's going to be called How You Learning, How You're Thinking, using the background of a book as well as TLA and Bernard Raleigh. So look out for that video. That should be coming out. Hopefully, I can get everything done by tomorrow and put it out there by tomorrow evening, if not sooner. But yeah, y'all look out for that. I'm going to shut down the chat because, oh, hold on. What's going on, sir?
Hey, one love, family. Thank you for the healing energy and the prayers. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I just wanted to come on quickly to say, I know we on I don't know what topic actually we're talking about. I did want to say this, and I know the Intentional Millionaire will co-sign, and even yourself, but with what I've been experiencing lately, and I don't know if this is a show topic, I hope it to be one, but no man is promised tomorrow. No one is promised tomorrow. Please have a type of will in place. You will not believe what I am dealing with right now with estates. So, nobody knows when they're going. See, for me, it's easy. My estate, because I ain't leaving nobody nothing. So now let me stop. I got all that stuff in order, but we have to do that, fam. We have to make sure because the two things that I've learned in life is there are two events that people seem to lose their minds when it comes to family and our loved ones, and that is weddings and funerals. I don't know what it is about those two events that family just loses it. And I'm not saying all, but enough of us. And when it comes to money in estates, we got to have our things in order.
Right.
We got to have that will in order.
Right.
And that's pretty much all I want to put out there, because it'd be different if I just had this experience with one person. But this has been at least the last 5 brothers that I know who have been celebrities who haven't had their stuff in order.
Yeah. And as you know, I had to pay for a whole funeral. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, who the heck, would ever think that would happen to a young person? So yes, absolutely. So yeah, trust me, I get it. The only saving grace is everybody know where I'm going to be buried. They already know. They already know the casket, and I'm military, so they already know the place I'm going to lay. So that's already established. I made that abundantly clear. So yeah. That is definitely something that needs to be talked about all year long. Just like you and I talked about that prostrate, that health. You know what I'm saying? People may say, "Oh man, why y'all talking about that?" Because too many, especially men of color, and that's just not African American. That's African American, Latinos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we die of colon cancer. We gotta, and this is not medical advice, but it's something that has to be talked about and dealt with.
Yeah, screenings. Get those screenings. It's not an operation, it's a screening. Even though you do get, go under with the anesthesia and stuff, it is a screening, which means there are places that you can actually get this done for free if you don't have insurance. Same thing with prostate. You have to do these things. Don't think you invent. Oh, I don't eat meat, so I'm good. No. I've been a vegetarian and plant based for. I haven't had meat in 20 years, and I got cancer.
Right.
And it was a fight. It was a fight for my life. Yeah, it was a fight for my life. I'm in shape. I can hang. My wife ain't complaining.
Right.
But you just never know. You just never ever know. And those screenings can save your life. And if you don't want to do it for you, do it for your loved ones. And when I say loved ones, if you're not married, if you don't have children, you have people that love you. You have friends. You have a circle that is going to feel something if you're not here.
Right.
It don't take that much time.
Right.
If we can watch a YouTube video stream for 5 hours, you can take the time to go online, find where the free screenings are at, and get this done. And then it's something lifted off your shoulder.
Right. You're right.
And no, and not hating on the 5-hour streams. That's it.
Hey, listen. Normally, I wouldn't even be getting off of here. I'd be like, okay, I'll let this roll for about a good hour and a half. But what it is I have I had to go to another engagement over there for the actors at Frank Gooden. So
nice
so I gotta go over there and whatnot and get that information. So
I'm glad Jess you said that, because we also, because I was listening from the beginning, and what you're doing with that is awesome, because we're supporting each other. Now, I am not hating on no one's channel. I'm not a fan of a lot of this stuff. It's just not my cup of tea.
Right.
But it is something that I know a lot of people do care about. It's like, I don't watch soap operas, but I don't want them to get canceled, because there are people who love that. So when these channels get taken down, even if they say things that you don't agree with, as a community, we need to support them.
Right.
We need to support each other. Now, I'm not saying support a lot of the nonsense that go on, because a lot of this stuff is turning crazy if you stand back and look from the outside looking in and going, okay, this is the Black Manosphere. How come unless I'm catching the wrong shows, how come every time I turn on the Black Manosphere, we're going at each other? We want to take each other out. We want to threaten. Come on now.
Right.
But let's support each other.
Right.
I may not like what you say, but I'm gonna support your right to say it.
Right.
Because there's a whole lot of stuff being said in these streets that's not in the Black Manosphere. That's just regular, quote unquote, white manosphere, whatever. That stuff ain't getting taken down. I know. I see it. So we gotta support each other. And that's I relax now.
Okay. All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming to the chat tonight. Please look at the replay, because there is a lot of information in which I gave on the replay. Normally, I would be having my lives going a whole lot longer than this. I just have to have a prior appointment that I got to get to. I want everybody, again, it's going to be up on the community tab. Take a look at what's going on. Again, real quick, we're going to have Millennial Mart TV coming through this week. We're going to have, hold it. Y'all know I can't remember good. We got the Security Boss coming through this week. Starting next year, we're going to have Uncle Stu's Nook. First book is going to be the Book of Obsidian. Right after that, we're going to have Obsidian coming through. We're going to have Shalakimia coming through. We're going to have Black Men Unfiltered coming through. We're going to have Suzette Speaks coming through. And we're going to have Nathan Daniel coming through. Daily, I keep saying Daniel. Daily coming through next week. We're going to be getting Sir Hale Speaks to come through. So we're going to have a whole lot of people coming through. And we're going to be setting up some real intellectual deep panels coming through. And then you're going to also have Talk with Uncle Stu, where it's just going to be me talking to you, the community, and you, the community, talking back to me. So if you like what you hear and you're here for the support, you're here for the love, you're here for the encouragement, you're here for the prayer, hit me up in my email, hit me up in the comments section. I will get back to you, but we definitely will be having more community outreach, more community meetings. We're not just going to be doing things on a platform. We also going to be doing things in the street too. So I just want y'all to know, I love you. Remember, you're not just a number. You're a person behind every number. And I have none but love and respect for you. So to everyone up here on the panel, I really thank you for the love, for the support, and for everything that you have done. Trust me, this has been a long journey, but the journey ain't over. The journey is not over. So to everyone, just want
This
to send my
is Uncle
love.
Stu, the old man on the block. Like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. Emancipate your mind. Peace.